Hello, my name's Sandra Rennie and this is a recording using Jing of my reflections on the different models of mentoring. Before I started the mentoring process, I read through these models and then put it aside. And as the mentoring process was ongoing, I went back and had a look at these models and thought, what's going on in the relationship between me and my mentee? I think the first model, the apprenticeship model, was actually one model that at the beginning of the mentoring process we tended to slip into, and this was because previously I was my mentee's teacher. She was a student. And she'd watched me teaching, and I think she possibly might have expected me to carry on being a teacher and her to be a student. And I think I was at risk of slipping into that model. I next looked at the competency model, and the competency model was one that I was never happy with following up, because it seemed quite mechanistic and it didn't really suit my learning approach. The other two models, the reflective model and the counselling model, are probably what happened in the mentoring process. I was hoping that we would stick to the reflective model. I thought that that the mentoring process should be a reflective experience for me and for the student. But of course, as teaching progresses, issues come up which are stressful, or perhaps issues to do with relationships, or to do within the classroom or with colleagues. And the mentor, quite understandably, needs you to slip into a bit of a counselling model, or perhaps I would more accurately say advice giving model in this context. As far as possible, by the time we got to the end of the mentoring process, I wanted us to stick to a reflective approach. So that was the approaches we take. And as I read through here, looking at the impacts of the techniques that we undertook, I think that we were at danger of actually having a lot of support, right, and a low challenge. And that's because we had a good relationship. It was perhaps quite a comfortable relationship. I was keen to see my mentee succeed. So that was our risk. However, through using these mentoring approaches, we worked hard to achieve a high support and a high level of challenge. I did actually occasionally suggest to my mentee that she did things that I knew she would find uncomfortable to do, but I knew she could do that. The reasons why I knew she could do the things that I asked her to do is because I've been and observed her teaching. Until you've done a teaching observation, you can't be certain about what is suitable and appropriate in a class and what isn't. So that's, in a summary, my views on the models of mentoring. I found this a really helpful process to reflect on, actually talking to these models. So you might want to try it too.